Drew, the next one has me kind of like, I never thought about this. So the balls of our feet, the fat pads, and the balls of our feet, people are actually replacing them?
Over the course of a lifetime, think of how much weight you're putting on your feet, especially if you're overweight, and you know how many people are overweight. If you're an athlete, you're putting more weight on the balls of your feet. And then finally, women and those high heels that we love, right, Ian?
Yep, absolutely.
We don't want them to stop wearing those high heels, but
no way.
Over the course of wearing those high heels, so much pressure on the balls of your feet, it wears down that fat pad that sits below the skin. But there is a solution. In a nutshell, you take fat from a place you have excess fat, we process that fat, we clean it, we sort of supercharge it, and then it's injected with a blunt needle in rows in that area where you've lost the fat. Now, the big deal is you have to be prepared for recovery, because as you can imagine, you can't weight bear on that area where you put the fat for a while. So you have to stay off your feet.
Drew, eyebrows. So once again, when you're wearing the mask, eyes and eyebrows, and there's a big trend for dealing with eyebrows. What is that?
It really is. We're really focusing on people's eyes and eyebrows. So beauty trends are being influenced by wearing those masks. The other thing is that bushy, bold brows are in. There's a new procedure that's out there that's called laminating your eyebrows. It's basically a permanent for your eyebrows. So you're straightening your existing eyebrow hairs so that they look more full, and you can direct them in a certain way. And this is a procedure started in Russia. It's here now, much less expensive than microblading, which is a more invasive way of doing your brows, which involves, it's technically, a tattooing technique. This is more like a permanent technique. And, the results are pretty good.
Just to be clear, this isn't filling in the eyebrows, correct? This isn't making them more full.
No, this is working with what you got. Exactly.
Okay.
But Ian, the big warning here is that you're using a permanent solution, and we know that they are very strong, potentially caustic solutions. You have to be very careful. It's different than getting a permanent in your hair. Anything around the eyes is much more sensitive. So what I recommend, if you're thinking about doing this, have them do a little patch test, apply some of that permanent solution behind your ear on your skin to see if you're not allergic to it, because I've seen the pictures. There have been some pretty severe reactions to it, but as long as you know that you're not allergic, I think it's another procedure that if you want those bushy brows, go for it.
Hey, Drew, thanks for making me feel really bad. I got small ears. I got, my makeup artist complains about one of my eyebrows that's always going the wrong direction. I got everything, little crow's feet eyes.
You're a stud, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Drew. Good seeing you, man. Thanks for everything.
See you soon.
All right, take care.